This is our secret handshake.
That's loud.
We're going to the roof of the Big Figs place. The roof is on fire.
Ever since I brought
I got a torch. I bet you do.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your kitchen?
Yeah, that's our kitchen. Yeah, that's our
What the fuck is that?
That's fucking good kitchen.
I found this at my first Brooklyn show that I ever went to.
What is that?
This I don't know what they call it. What do you call this thing?
A one hitter?
Just like a one-hitter container. There's
Oh,
like
yeah,
there's
it's
another
like a
name
little
for it that I can't recall. But I found it at it was like CMJ 2008 or 9, and like Japan Droids were playing at the Bell House. And I went with Stuart, who went on to like found Aviv, and another mutual friend. And it was the first show I'd ever been to in Brooklyn. And we found this like by like the foot of the stage, and like you like turn this, and then like this popped up, and we're like, what's in there? Oh shit! Just like ran. So.
Come for the music, stay for the surprise one hitters.
Yeah, seriously.
Does it still work?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's a workhorse.
It is, and I've painted, put like some like paint on it just to make it mine. But yeah, it's very near and dear to my heart just because of that. New York City, center of the universe.
Hey.
Oh God.
Get over. Yeah. Aww. Here, get Adam in here. Adam, just tell him something.
How's your
There you go. It's not
how's
so
your
How's your falafel?
what you eating there? What you eating there, Adam?
What you eating there, Adam?
Falafel sandwich with hummus on the side and with them.
Where'd you get it? He's shadow picking your nose, by the way.
Right. I got it at Oasis.
Off the Bedford L.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
It's the best.
They seem like stone-faced people there, but they're good. You know, they don't smile very much, but
they put all their smiles in their falafels, man.
Yeah, they put all this. Yeah, you said it perfectly.
Oh look.
I was gonna try to get her to feed me. Oh, doggy. No man, this
Hi
is
there.
my sandwich.
Come on, go.
Gotta go.
What's your name?
Get out of here.
Oh, you have to poop too? Let's do it together.
Oh yes, follow Adam.
Dog's best friend is man.
Right now. Shit. I would follow Adam around too if we always had a sandwich. Hey.
What are you gonna play? My grandma had a dog named Stuart.
What?
Like the sandwich, like a Turkish sandwich. Dooner? Yeah. Is that a Turkish sandwich? Yeah, like a doona kebab. I'm not making this up. Like Dooney was a big name. We have it has an umlaut. It has an umlaut over it. So it's like ugh. So it's like doona. Doona.
tread softly over ground.
You gonna chill right there? Yeah.
Who's the beast behind the sound? I don't doubt you now. Oh, oh.
Like I'm the preacher, I'll teach you how to blow up a feature. I rock a 6-string, but they didn't know that I could spit this, twist this. Boy, you wanna hit this? Yeah, I got that California swag with the beach singing. The waves drip back. It's about time I free the Troy division like a savage. I ravage. My Asian precision is a cute.
Wow. We're live on both, so. Okay.
Ready? We're Big Figment.
I'm Peter. I play bass.
I'm Jennae. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Andrew. I play trumpet and synth.
Adam drums.
What's your name?
Adam.
Adam drums.
Adam. I play the drums.
You said that so quick. I just heard I'm drums.
Oh. That would be cool.
That's.
But unfortunately, no.
Adam drums.
You guys are a band that has been described as a leg from jazz, a belly from prog rock, a hand from pop, and a punk forearm. What does that mean to you?
Those are all body parts. So together we're some kind of monster, I guess, and that's where Big Figment comes from. What does that mean to us? We all have a bunch of different influences and listen to all kinds of music, and so this band is kind of all of our favorite parts of music, I think.
Yeah,
like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Frankenstein.
Yeah. Does either of these genres represent like a specific one of you guys? More so than the other?
A leg from jazz.
Yeah, what was it again? A leg from jazz?
A leg from jazz, a belly from prog rock, a hand from pop, and a punk forearm.
Okay, so we'll start with the jazz, I guess.
Who's the jazz head in the band?
Well, that's like everyone but me, I think. I would say. But what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'm heavily influenced by jazz. I studied it in college, so I think just inherently I bring that to the group, especially because I play trumpet, and so the connotations with trumpet a lot of times turn into, oh, they're jazzy, or oh, they're and I do a lot of improvisation in the group, and so that's another reason why we kind of have a heavy jazz influence.
Yeah.
Adam went to jazz school too.
Oh yeah.
I did? Yes.
And that's why they're on the cast.
And I also think like not having myself not being particularly trained in that genre or tradition, just moving to New York, it kind of is inevitable to run into it. It's seeped into the sidewalks. There's you run into it everywhere. And so
absolutely, jazz, soul, New York's heritage, and
yeah,
I find that a lot with New York bands. Mostly New York bands are a big hybrid and melting pot of sounds put together. Whereas in other states, there's certain genres. You have your blues and whatnot, and even jazz centrally focused. But in New York, it's always a nice arrangement. Where'd you guys first meet? How did the band really become Big Figment as it is today?
Peter is the common denominator.
Yeah.
Across the board.
So I'm dating this lady, and I went to middle school with Adam, and then I've known him since then. And Andrew and I both moved here from college in. Well, you moved here from grad school, right? Yeah.
Right. Where's that?
I went to grad school in University of Northern Colorado. So.
But they both went to school in Kansas, and
he was he employed me. I was unemployed in college, and he took me under his wing at Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah. We were scoop-mysters.
He was the manager.
Yeah.
But, life is weird.
So I think that's how we officially met. But then, you know, we both, you know, were active in the music classes at the school, and you know, so
that's history. Yeah.
It's all because of you.
Yeah. Jennae asked me to join back before it was Big Figment. Basically just playing Jennae's songs. And then, yeah, we just sort of gradually brought these two dudes on board. Yeah.
It only became Big Figment when they came on board. And when we started, when this, I don't know, like, I'd been playing with different people, and we'd gone through different drummers for a while, and like once it was this, like the sound had significantly changed, especially like when Andrew joined the group too, and so it just felt like new sound, like new band, and yeah, Big Figment.
That's awesome. You guys, you put out a record August 4th in 2014, 9 Dimensions.
Oh.
That was your first release, right?
Oh yeah, I guess it was. It was like, wow, this is a long time ago.
I got some notes here.
Got notes.
Yeah.
That was recorded at Space Studios in Queens. What was that? That was like your first recording together, right, as a group?
Yeah. It was, our friends who we met through just like playing another show together, like they built their little studio in their basement in Ridgewood, and they're like trying new things and trying to get their like studio up off the ground, and so we were kind of their guinea pigs doing that, and it was a big learning experience. We were in this room that was covered in like egg crates, and that's what they had used to soundproof the space, and it was like really small. But yeah, 9 Dimensions. We like never play that song anymore. But,
sometimes do.
We do? When was the last time?
I don't remember. It's like, I just think it's got a lot of energy, so.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something? Why don't you just say it?
No, I'm literally clearing my throat because High Chew is like seeping down little by little. It's a good thing it's just banana candy and not a whole banana, because I wouldn't be able to breathe right now.
Banana.
Yeah, bananas were like essential to the making of that song, really.
Bananas.
Yeah.
That was our first recording experience, really, like in a, you know, professional setting, really. I mean, the people we were recording with, you know, totally, honestly, I mean, they were learning, but I felt like they did a great job with it, too.
Yeah.
For how they did it, it was cool. It was
for
in a
like
basement.
the first demo of like, it was, and we also just, I spent like so many hours like mixing with Jake from Space Base 2, and just like, and their day jobs, or his day job, is like doing sound for like film and TV, and just getting really like cut and dry things, and so it was an opportunity to go like deeper, and like, because we're a band that likes to put a lot of stuff into recording. It's not just like super like direct and dry like as you would, so yeah.
You guys are pretty layered, you would say?
Yeah, layered,
especially when it comes to like recording.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we have the means to like just like go crazy, then we'll totally take it, so yeah.
I mean, well, the next one you put out was, is it pronounced Chimerics?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, totally.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
And that was like a longer release. That was like 6 songs.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the standout tracks being Cut Knuckle. I think that song is like so much energy. It's great. It's such a good song. You guys recorded that at Mama Coco Funky Kitchen.
Mama Coco's
One
Funky
hell
Kitchen.
of a studio name. What was it like being there? I mean, this is like a year later, so you guys probably have like a lot more shows under your belt, and like lessons learned and stuff.
Yeah.
Oliver Ignatius is the driving force behind that, and it's pretty much a one-man operation, right? Like, it's just him. Like, he's the recording engineer, but he also does production for a lot of bands, and he mixes and masters a lot, and like puts events on and writes about the band. So he's sort of like a powerhouse.
It's really like a community too, on top of being a recording studio. Like he gets all different players from different bands together to like make different shows. Like I've gone called up to like go sing on someone else's project, and like the whole like vibe there feels like a family. Like everyone is so supportive, and we've met so many bands just through that collective, and like gotten more shows because of that too. Just like it's really cool, and it's a really like warm environment as well, and like not non-threatening. Like it is a professional studio with what they have there, but it like doesn't feel like, I don't know, like really strict or anything or intimidating at all.
It was also weird enough.
Yeah.
Like we came in with like sound effects that we recorded in our kitchen, and like we just straight up were like we want to make this happen, and there was no resistance to that. Like he's on board to like find the spots for them in the recordings.
Yeah.
And he like recorded drums through like
a didgeridoo.
Yeah, didgeridoo.
At one point, yeah.
Stuff like that. You know, we like recorded ourselves like stomping around.
Yeah. And
just
like
noises.
We did like the fuzz guitars in stereo, and which was like, I was just power tripping off of that stuff. And we put like his synth through a Leslie speaker, which just made it sound like really whirly and like it's going around your head. There was just a lot of like fun experimentation on that too. On top of it also just being like super productive. Like we really used like every second of every hour there too, and like push through.
I was talking to Golly, who we interviewed last, and they talked about how they had like a round robin thing going. Where like at any moment a band could push a button, and there's like 4 bands in this like space.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
crazy.
the other band plays, and everybody has to kind of navigate to them, and creates like more, you know.
Yeah, we were part of that night actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't put the
crazy.
2 together, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aviv's great. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
They work really hard. Like I don't really know how they do it. It just runs on sweat, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with you if you're saying that venues are pushing that kind of thing, because like I don't know any venues that actually book a show. It's always an outside person that like does that. It's like.
But they still have to. The model of having like 8 bands a night, no more than 30 minutes each.
But like when does 8 bands a night happen? It's usually like.
In Manhattan.
Really?
Peter's right. I've seen it.
Like 8 bands.
There are, well, not
more than
all,
8.
but there are some venues that have like a get in, get out kind of booking schedule.
This is Bowery Electric. This is Arlene's Grocery. This is Pianos. It's 100% pianos.
It's
This is the reason we don't play those places anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's like done. We're
That's
done.
why we don't do that.
Yeah. Like we feel better now that we don't live quite in that world anymore.
Yeah.
But to their credit, they got us playing when we had we were just a new band and we needed a place to play.
Yeah.
And that was what was available to us, and it helped us get our stuff together. In that way,
It's like the grist
to make it positive. It's like, you know, it forced us to kind of get our loose ends tied together and you know, and kind of come up with something and feel what it's like to be in front of people, and you know.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it. And,
Totally.
Yeah.
I felt like that was like one of my friends came to a lot of our first shows, and like I like totally and she came to like one of our last shows too, and like I feel like at least during that time, like Lower East Side, just like she described me as like a baby giraffe on stage, like trying to find my like footing and like musical performance, whatever that was. So it was a good. I agree. It was a good space for that.
Yeah. So and I think that's what they market towards. You know, it's like new bands that have played like their first show.
Yeah,
that's their market. I mean, you know, I and if we were continuing to play there, then that would be something to be talked about. But you know, you find your niche, and I feel like you guys have been so good with like finding the pocket that we're looking for of people that share our same interests, and that's what we've constantly been looking for, is, you know, our audience and the people that we want to associate ourselves with, and I feel like we've been getting constantly closer to that, you know, and that's what's exciting about it. That's why I'm excited about being in the band, is, you know, finding this like.
Finding where the weirdos are.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's gotta be some.
Yeah, that has been fun.
As I mentioned earlier to Jennae, is like finding your tribe, you know?
Yeah. And Mama Coco's really did help with that, you know. It kind of, it threw us into a whole new thing, and that's kind of that was the appeal to recording there. And like, I don't know if you like, have you ever been there?
I haven't.
Okay, so you walk in and it's like this. It's an antique. What is it? Antique warehouse.
It's an antiques dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, an antiques dealer. Okay, and so you walk in and there's all these wacky antiques,
like
huge
18th century
mirrors,
boudoirs and like statues and
old statues. And you're like, where is this studio? And then like you open this like large steel door and then boom, it's this.
Yeah.
It's this really creative space, very creative space.
Really colorful too.
Yeah.
And it's like right across the street from Shea Stadium.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think like for me, like working with guys, like I'm also someone that is like has always had more male friends than female friends. Like even in collaborating in any sense, I have like a younger brother as well, and like my best friends in high school are both dudes. But when it comes to the scene, I think there's, especially like this like Brooklyn indie like music scene, like I don't see enough, or definitely not as many like women as musicians as there are men. And so when you find your kind of like kindred like gal pals in this scene, it's like a saving grace. And like that's why like Sophie is so special to me too.
Sophie of Madam West.
Yeah, Sophie of Madam West. Yeah, like we work a lot of shit out together in terms of just like booking shows and just like keeping everyone on top. And I don't know. I guess it's kind of
that was
strange,
a great answer. I thought that was a great answer.
Thanks.
Kind of captures it all.
It's also interesting too to be like a girl in a band and your boyfriend is also in that band. And like where we draw.
That's like a whole other dichotomy, you know?
Oh,
like
totally. But I think this is like kind of also why we're dating too, is because we can work together that way, and like we'll work on, whenever we're working on music, it feels like an entirely separate thing than our like personal relationship.
I've never dated anyone that I was in a band with, so it's like, I'm like, it's good to learn.
Yeah.
You don't get to ask that question all the time, so it's interesting to learn like what that's like.
Yeah.
So you guys, when you're writing music, it's like a different headspace. Do you feel like you guys can just be very blunt with each other? Or?
Yeah. Like, it's not like a magical thing where we just like where we just meld together like super well all the time. Like it's a really like long and hard process, but just like
any band member relationship would be.
Totally.
Give and take, and sometimes you have to be honest, and that's like you have to walk that line where it's like I really love the part, but I'm not sure if it fits this part for the song, or things like that.
Cut Knuckle is actually an interesting thing because it was the first song that we had both kind of started writing separately, or like he had written a riff and I had made a riff too, and we showed each other and we're like, oh, this is in the same key. Like, oh, okay, this could be, and that was essentially like the first big Figment song too. So I don't know, we also like share a lot of music together. Like Andrew and I we'll send songs back and forth. At least like when he was first like adding the synth to the sound to like find textures and other music that we really like, and we'll try to like replicate it or like
have it as an influence.
Yeah.
And honestly, that like some of the stuff she sent me was the first time I'd ever heard any type of music like that, to be honest. Like I only listened to jazz, and I grew up with classical musician parents, and that was just super fun. And I was just getting into the synth like for the first time ever. I had played piano but never synth, so I was like, there were so many new things getting thrown out, which was
that's like the best part of being in a band. Because like you expand your horizons, like
totally.
Everyone in your band's gonna be like a little bit different than you, and it's great to like actually listen to each other's music or whatever.
Yeah, it was super helpful.
Yeah,
especially with this stuff too, just because it's coming from so many different places. And like another thing that we've kind of started doing is like after rehearsals, we'll smoke, and then like we'll like as we're packing up, we'll like listen to some new music together. And that's always. You guys
sorry, he's not behaving.
What?
And then there's Adam, and like it just comes out of somewhere.
That's like the perfect ending point right there. If it cut out like near there with you chastising him, that would be a great way to end. Oh man, is there anything you guys want to talk about that I haven't brought up? Like, are you working on like new material that I like didn't bring up
all the time?
Oh yeah, we're sick of like all the songs on the last album.
Like that you're already like gearing towards.
Well, I think the next thing that'll be released is this like compilation of remixes from the last record. A bunch of our like friends and like local heroes and like our in this particular scene are like doing remixes, and so that'll be out hopefully in May-ish. But like I'm just like everyone's like sending me their stuff, and it's like really interesting, especially after like we've spent so much like time with that music. And like I sent them all the stems, so like they like rearranged things and created their own kind of monster with it too, and based on their own like personal taste and style. So
their own Figments.
I'm really excited about that. And then like in terms of our stuff, we have a bunch of new songs coming out that we're still like in the early stages of, but like we're just really excited to play them, and you know we're just like. I don't know. I can't listen to our like record anymore. Like I'm just more excited about the new stuff, and I feel like it's I don't know. With the new material, it's more collaborative with the initial composition, which is really exciting. And
that didn't happen with the first thing because they had already created a lot of what was happening, and I was only playing trumpet, and so honestly, like I've invested a lot of time into bringing in the synthesizer into the sound, and we're just kind of by trial and error figuring it out. And so we're like this new stuff that we're writing is now it's a completely different process from the first one because I was being adapted.
The music grows with you, so that's cool.
Literally, they're like prog odysseys, they are. They're like movements. I feel like we could like with Roman numerals we could subtitle.
At least they're starting out that way, like, and I don't know. And we're all listening to like and finding new music all the time too, and that's like always a factor with like being inspired and
And they just came. Short thing. You went to Brazil, right? Mm-hmm. And they found this great Brazilian artist.
Oh, he went to school with him.
Oh, you went to school with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I did find him there. He was there. He was waiting for me.
And so stuff I would never know they'd bring in, and same with me. Bringing it all in. I don't know. It's awesome.
Well, you guys have like such a amazing sound, so like I'm personally excited to hear the new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Are you excited, or are you just gonna?
Nah.
No.
I'm so excited.
We should mention
the beats, man.
God damn it.
We should
lay
mention
down
the
beats, man.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously we're playing Meltfest very soon, and I'm really excited with just the idea of that. I feel like I want there to be like a caravan from like one venue to the next, just because it's like an all day
like a party bus.
We should just like rent a party bus at like a 4-hour ride from like Williamsburg to Bed-Stuy, where we're all just like doing God knows what.
I know we're just kidding, but that if we all chipped in, that'd be so doable.
I really wanted to like put that in like the thread today. I'm like, guys, I'm like half kidding about this, but we should get like a Hummer limo or something.
Hummer limo?
Like, just I guess it could just be a school bus.
I want a stripper pole.
Damn.
You haven't been eyeing this whole thing, strategizing?
The rules are pretty Byzantine. It's a resource gathering game in which you're settling an island and collecting resources at a slight advantage against your opponents in order to expand your network of settlements. And that's basically it.
Brick.
and coal.
Or.
No,
Or.
And then wheat. Yeah.
And where's wheat? This is wheat. That's wheat, right?
Sheep. This one is sheep.
Sorry, dude. I know. I need to go.
Find your spot. Find your spot.
I'm so sorry,
You're
dude.
fine.
God.
Jesus Christ.
This is the commandments.
Oh, sorry. Well, what's the question mark?
That
Anything.
that means
3
you
of
don't know what you're
anything. 3 of anything,
okay.
you get 1 of another thing.
You're not gonna place it there, so don't worry.
Normally we're high as shit when we do this.
Like,
Yeah, this isn't right. This is too.
Something's off here.
So, these, I've already like, there were more, but they were adopted already. But these are little figments, and they actually like come with like our album, the download code for our album. I've come to find that like just kind of improvising and like just creating whatever shapes come to feel is the best method for making these little guys. But I was told that this one resembles like a parrot when it's being born. Is actually like this color and like has yellow veins like this. It's like it's really trippy. I found that later. And here's this one. I guess
it's like ears and eyeballs.
Yeah, you can make of it what you will. I'd rather not tell you what you see.
These come with the record?
Yes.
All
For
right.
now, this is our like physical form of like selling our music. But we have like t-shirts coming soon, and we had some very like limited edition tapes. Those are all sold out with like different faces on them.
Our friend Justin did that, right?
Oh, he made the tapes. Yeah.
He made the tapes. Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah. So, these have to be baked.
Back in the oven with them.
Back in the oven.
So this one is actually.
Found expression in the tearing of its placenta, the corners of its lips and celestial harmony.
Alright, it's rehearsal time?
That was fun.
prevented a ghost from explaining. Hoodwinks, lullaby, lullabies tender. Wiling hours to take names whose functionaries print sister and ornate tracks and falcon. Some time ago.